starting off tomorrow night for Thursday night game, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers going against the Atlanta Falcons. If you guys are cool with it, we could go Mac, Tymus, Bo, if that works with you guys.
Yeah, cool. All right, I got the Bucks here, man. I think it'll be an ugly division matchup on a short week. I think the Bucks get them.
Okay.
Short and sweet.
Y'all forgetting about Kirk O'Chains out here, bro. My man Kirk Cousins has came to cook. All right. Now, granted, he's only cooked twice and lost twice, but he still comes to cook. I know a trap game when I see one. I'm going with Atlanta here, bro. It's a division game. Understand Baker's cooking. I think they go come up with it. Got Kyle Pitts going for a touchdown. Let's do it. Let's get it.
Yeah, I mean, I got to go with Baker here, and you can say he's cooking. I feel like he's cooking SpaghettiOs. There's nothing I want to eat. But at the same time, what is game time? Oh, this is a primetime game, isn't it? So that means Kirk is going to be over there closing down a Kohl's instead of playing good football. So I'm going to take Tampa Bay on the road.
Wow, Kirk just on Monday night and he gave it to y'all, and now y'all gonna go back on him on a Thursday? Come on.
He's bound to accidentally get one. I certainly don't see him doing it 2 weeks in a row.
I think Kirk O'Chain's gonna show up, man. That's just me.
The Falcons, to me, I see a mediocre team. The Falcons in the box. I mean, they still have some of the pieces from that Super Bowl run. They're not the same team they were, but they still have a solid roster. And out of the two teams, the Bucs are the better team. I'll take them in this matchup. Keep that momentum going.
Does it show what's up with Bijan? Because they didn't actually play him the whole game last game. Does it give you an injury report or something?
Hold on, I can Falcons.
Because all I can figure is something had to happen to him because they didn't hardly use him at all.
Hold on a sec. I got the
Falcons. Algiers did get a lot of the carries.
Yeah, it says he's healthy, so.
All right. We'll see. Just seems odd for a team that has that on their roster to just kind of forget to use the
guy. Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. And then next we got first London game, the Minnesota Vikings hosting the New York Jets.
London games are tricky, man. London games are definitely tricky for sure, man. But I believe in Sam Darnold, man. I can't believe I'm saying it, but I believe in what I'm seeing from Sam Darnold right now, lighting the league up in the first month of the season, man. And I know the Jets defense can be a little tough, but I think what the Minnesota Vikings doing is for real. And I don't see the Jets being able to keep up with them. I like the Vikings here and go 5-0.
How weird is this stream already? We believe in Sam Darnold and Kirk in prime time. I feel like this is not a real stream right now.
Yeah, it's a 2024 season. It's like we're in the Twilight Zone.
Mm-hmm.
Man, all right. I just got one question. How soon can Devontae Adams get on that flight? If he can get there. If he can get there by Sunday, I got the Jets here. But until they get that Devontae Adams trade done, what's funny about Rodgers is I think Rodgers is such a great quarterback, and I think he is such an elite quarterback that his own team can't keep up with him. And I think that's what happened in that Broncos game where they were talking about the cadence. Like they just literally couldn't keep up with how good he is. I mean, we've known for years Rodgers, that guy, he'll get up to the line real quick and get you off sides, get you with the 12th man. Just he just has a propensity for just having that really quick cadence of going. And I think he realizes that he's on the team that can't match his caliber, unfortunately. And it sucks because you never see the day you're gonna bet against Aaron Rodgers. But yeah, I got to go with the Vikings here. I don't think the Jets have enough. I don't think Rodgers has enough. They got Rodgers, and I don't think they have enough to keep up.
No, I'm actually with you there. It's which is weird to say that I think a Darnold-led Vikings team is going to beat a Rodgers-led team, but I not having preseason work I think really hurts that Jets team in the way that the chemistry just isn't there. Like he doesn't have the timing down with his receivers. They're not used to how hard he throws the ball. That's why you see Garrett Wilson drop all these things because historically through his career he doesn't do it, but he's had some that have come in so fast and just bounce off his hand. So yeah, I'm going to take the Vikings to go 5-0.
And for me, I gotta agree with you guys. I got the Vikings in this one because the Jets, on top of the team not clicking, they're the most undisciplined team in football. And last week they gave up 13 penalties in that loss to the Broncos. There's another factor that comes into it as well. So Jets are playing undisciplined. Meanwhile, the Vikings, Kevin O'Connell's got that team playing like they got a franchise quarterback, even though it's Sam Darnold. So Vikings are the better all-around team. I'll take them to win this game because the Jets, I don't see it until they prove me wrong because they're inconsistent, word I'd put for it. Moving on officially to the 1 o'clock game, we got Chicago Bears, Carolina Panthers.
Wow.
Prepare yourselves for a title.
This is not must-see TV right here.
Oh, man. Do I dare, though? I'm just saying. I mean, this Carolina Panthers team, West, they're still pretty bad. But they're a better version of bad with Andy Dalton than they were with Kyler Murray. I mean, not Kyler, excuse me. Can't even remember the kid. Bryce Young. So, this offense it just looks a lot more competent. I think they go on the road, man. Go to Soldier Field and knock the Chicago Bears off. I just think the Red Rifles going to get one here, man. Andy Dalton and the Carolina Panthers, man, going to go and upset the Bears in Chicago.
Okay. Hey, Mac, whatever you smoking, shouts out to you. I'm glad it's working. But I think
I'm feeling no pain.
Apparently no pain whatsoever because you haven't seen these 3 losses by Carolina. I mean, these losses have been bad. I mean, even in the Bengals game, the Bengals have no defense, and you can only put up 24 points on the Bengals. Like, come on, man. I see Chicago getting it done because they have an amazing defense. I think Caleb is still going to struggle, unfortunately. And you want to see the number 1 overall draft pick pan out. Like, you want to see them succeed. Like, nobody wants to see them do bad. And it's just, I don't know, something's not clicking with Caleb right now. And they're winning games in spite of him. And I think it's going to continue here. I think their defense is going to be able to keep Carolina to under 17 points. And they're probably going to win this game around 26-15 type vibes.
Yeah, I'm with you, except for how many points you think the Bears are actually going to score. Like, this feels like they're going to win accidentally, and it's going to be like a field goal. But yeah, no, I'm with you there. I got the Bears at home in one of the ugliest games of the week.
Oh, yeah. I'll take the Bears. I mean, if Caleb Williams can have a similar performance to the one last week against the Rams where he didn't suck, let's just say, they should win this game against the Panthers.
I love that that's the bar. You just weren't that bad.
Hate to see it. Man.
And the same goes for
Andy Dalton for 3 touchdown passes on the road.
Plays mediocre. This
Red Rifle
will win. We'll put it that way. And moving on to what this one should be an easy one: Ravens against the Bengals in Cincinnati.
Yeah, I mean, this is should be a good divisional matchup, but I'm not sure right now. I think the Ravens might be finally finding their groove, finally realizing they signed Derrick Henry this offseason. Good move, Baltimore, man. And I think they just keep that show going, man. I think they're just going to just pound Derrick Henry at the Cincinnati Bengals defense, man. I think it's going to be a long afternoon for the Bengals, Joe Burrow and company, man. So I like Baltimore here.
Yeah, the Ravens found their groove. They had the get right game. I mean, Derrick Henry was 3 yards shy of a 200-yard game. I mean, it's just I don't know, man. Like if you try to stop Henry, then you got Lamar. Try to stop Lamar, then you got Henry. You got Likely coming over in the middle. You still got Andrews. It's just they got a lot of weapons on offense, and they got even more on defense, bro. The Ravens it's all about the headspace, the talent's there. I don't think it's going to be a blowout though. I think Cincy's going to come out and really try to keep it close. I see this game being decided by less than a touchdown, but I still do have the Ravens.
Yeah, I'm going the other way. I still think it's going to be the Ravens, but I think they just beat the brakes off them. They, the Bengals don't play defense at all, right? Like some of their defense would have been better off if they just laid down and like tripped some people. So I'm going to go with the Ravens continue to roll, especially now that they decided, hey, we signed Derrick Henry. Maybe we should use him. And the last 2 games, he's really shown out. So I'm going to go with the Ravens here, win easily.
And in this one, I'm Ravens definitely. The Bengals, we've seen that they're not the team we thought they were going to be. It's taken time. But the Ravens, all of a sudden now, last 2 weeks, particularly the game against Buffalo, they look like contenders in the AFC. And I think they're going to take that momentum from last week and just run with Derrick Henry, utilize him, let him be that. Let Derrick Henry be the X factor that continues to make it easier on Lamar and the rest of the offense, and they'll roll through the Bengals and get another win. Now, this is going to be a fun one, folks. Patriots versus Dolphins.
Yeah, it usually is a fun one, but not so much. I think on Sunday. Yeah, I think you just got to throw like darts at the board and figure out who's going to win this one. I think the Patriots. I think the Patriots get them just because the Dolphins right now look horrible, like a high school team the other night. It's just embarrassing at this point. So yeah, I guess since you got to pick somebody, I'll just pick the Patriots. Yeah.
I mean, like the Dolphins still have Tyreek Hill. And they still have 2 of the top 10 fastest receivers in the league. They still have a running back core as well. I think what Daniels needs to do is simplify that playbook for Huntley. He's not Tua. We know he's not Tua. Stop trying to force a Tua playbook on him. Simplify it, get it to his level, and run out of that. And I think they could have success. So I think he does it this week. I got Miami winning this game.
Yeah, I have Miami here too. I would imagine Huntley's going to look better in his second start. And I'm hoping that they give him the option to throw over 15 yards, right? He only took 2 shots down the field. Neither of them hit, but then they never let him do it again. And I mean, the Titans, although they don't have a tremendous pass rush, they do have a good defense overall. So if you're not going to push the field at all, they get a play up close. So, I mean, it makes sense they lost that game. On the other hand, the Patriots, very similarly, have a good defense and not a whole lot on offense. So it's gonna look a lot like last week, but I think Miami can win this one.
And in this one, I'm gonna be the one that takes the upset. I'm gonna be the odd one out and take the Patriots in this one because the Dolphins just look like the Panthers without Tua. I mean, until I see the Dolphins actually get something going, I don't trust them. I mean, they lost to the Titans, so it's hard to trust the Dolphins at this point. I'll take the Patriots, get the win, because they've at least they were competitive in a few games with what they have. Maybe they'll find a way to win, but it's probably gonna be a low scoring game.
That's a safe
I'm
bet.
pretty sure it will be.
I'll be the opposite. Now, this next one, I think we're all going to agree on this one. Commanders hosting the Browns.
Yeah, I'm definitely on that bandwagon. I mean, other than the fact that they're in the division, but I got to give props, man. After the first month of the season, nobody saw the Commanders being the top of the division over top of the Eagles and the Cowboys, man. So, Jaden Daniels, I mean, yeah, it's still a little early, but man, you might as well get that Rookie of the Year trophy ready for him right now because he is just balling on a whole different level. I mean, like leading the league in completion percentage, that's just unheard of for a rookie to be just doing that and doing it the way he's doing it, making great decisions. Just this kid's just ball. I can't say enough good things about him, man. That's why I couldn't trade him to you earlier in the week, Thomas, when you sent me that trade offer. I mean, I need Jaden, bro. I can't let him
That's
go.
crazy.
Can't let him
That's
go, man.
crazy. As a Giants fan, that is insane. That is insane. Daniel Jones is still on the board, and you haven't taken him. That is insane. That is insane. I was in.
Yeah. I love what Washington is doing, though, man. So I got it. Yeah, I think they're going to steamroll Cleveland, man. Cleveland is just not the team we thought they were.
Okay. Yeah. I feel like Denzel in training day at the end. He was like, "I'm gonna put cases on all. I think y'all gonna come for me. Okay, you thought you were gonna come for the Commanders? So many people died in the South this year. So many people had us in the 0 team. People said the Giants are gonna be better than us. People said the Eagles gonna be better than us. They said the Cowboys gonna be better than us. They got the CD Lamb deal done. Oh, it's over for the Commanders, bro. And now look at you. In the words of a pen named Sitlet, y'all winless. Psalms win, as the French would say. Okay. Winless in the division. And my Commanders rolling, bro. Hey, man, it took me a while to get here, but now that we have what I believe is sustainable success, I will no longer run from it. And because of that, I'm choosing my Commanders this week. I think we're going to find ways to get it done. The great thing about Jaden is he's not a one-trick pony. He's not dumping it out to the tight end. He's not just using his legs to run. He's spreading the ball everywhere. All of our top 4 receivers on the depth chart have over 50 yards. That means that he is spreading that ball out. It doesn't go in one direction. Okay, it doesn't go to one player, man. It's going everywhere. He's taking D shots to Terry. Like he's taking D shots to Noah Brown. Shouts out to him, bro. We got him on the late pickup. Adam Peters is cooking. Dan Quinn is cooking. Cliff Kingsbury is cooking, and Jaden is cooking, man. Only thing we need to get is we need to find a way to manipulate Myles Garrett outside of his deal and on the Browns. We can get Myles Garrett out of that deal, get into a place that got wins. We'll be great, man. But yo, it's just a great feeling to be here. I think the Commanders are going to win. I don't think it's going to be. I don't think it's going to be a slaughter, but I don't think it's going to be close, man. I really don't think it's going to be close, bro. I haven't seen anybody who's had an answer for him yet. We're going against a decent defense. Not gonna say a great, but a decent defense with an amazing pass rusher. I mean, this guy, Myles Garrett, is eight seasons in the league. He's had injuries, he's been suspended, and he's still on the cusp of 100 sacks this season. He's on the cusp of breaking that 100 sack landmark this season. That's ridiculous. Like that is ridiculous. So I think that's going to be a good test for him this week, and I can't wait to see it, man.
No, I'm with you. And the Browns are just such a bad team. And the roster doesn't make sense that they're playing as bad as they are. You look at the roster and you're like, this team's going to be good. And then you realize that Deshaun is their guy. And you're like, never mind. I get it. So, yeah, I got Washington here.
Yeah, it all boils down to quarterbacks. Jaden Daniels, who's playing like the Rookie of the Year.
Yeah. Let me hear it, Nikki. Who are you gonna pick?
Exceeding expectations thus far. Even with what on paper was a bad team, he's got them rolling at 3-1, going against the Cleveland Browns team that's underachieving. Got to take Washington in this one.
There we go. I got a Giant and the Eagles on board. Let's go, man.
The next game, we switch gears to the AFC South. The Colts versus the Jaguars.
The worst division of football.
I think the Jags finally figure it out and put it all together this week, man, and finally get one in the win column. I don't know. The Colts has just been they've been they've kind of been a funny team, finicky team this season. I'm not sure what the status of Anthony Richardson is. Old man Flacco, he came in there and had a solid performance, holding on, getting a W against Pittsburgh last week. But I think Jacksonville finally gets one in the win column, man. I like the Jags this week.
Okay. I have a question. Like, was Jonathan Taylor like a Diddy party or something? Like, is there a reason why we haven't seen him? Where is this guy, bro? Like he's just non-existent. Anthony Richardson is like the biggest what if, coulda, shoulda, woulda case in the NFL right now. I mean, the guy has everything. We've seen the flashes, and he just can't stay on the field. He can't stay on the field. It's just always something. There was a shoulder last year. There's the knee this time around. Like he keeps going out, and it's getting to the point where you're like, hey, I'd rather have a guaranteed Flacco than an Anthony Richardson, which is crazy to say. I mean, Flacco's 38 years old. Like you can't lean on that. But it's just like, where is he, man? I really want to see him pan out. He's done some really good things on the field, but you're just not seeing the production level that you want to see out of your quarterback. And Trevor Lawrence, I still have faith in him as a decent QB in the league. I think he's played with a ownership team that just doesn't really understand football. I mean, I know Khan's been doing it going on 20 years now, but I'm not seeing them get better as an organization. Honestly, I'm seeing a lot of Washington things, Dan Snyder things. Like, you're chasing after coaches, you're chasing after players, you're trying to get big ticket. I mean, like the Urban Myers thing last year was a freaking joke. And then you pay Kirk all that money to be on the team for a B-list receiver. Like, it just like things aren't adding up there. And yeah, I don't know, man. I'm gonna pick Trevor Lawrence and I want to see him get a win, and I want to see the Jags get a win as well. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if the Colts pull this one out. But I'm picking Jacksonville though.
Yeah, I got the Colts here. The Jags haven't shown that they can play football at all. Right, like the caliber of play that they've had out there, you would think that they just got people from the concession stands that were wearing jerseys out there playing. So I'm going to take the Colts. Going to be an ugly game, but I think they get the win on the road.
And give me the Colts in this one. Why not? They at least have a somewhat decent team, and the Jags are trash.
All right, I'm just saying it's hard to go undefeated. It's even harder to lose all of your games. You got to win one.
I mean, eventually, yeah, of course.
Well, I mean,
eventually,
all things being equal, one team went undefeated. Two teams have done completely defeated. So you would hope that Taylor was at a Diddy party. No one would be able to tackle him. He'd be all lubed up.
Man.
Oh my God. Man. So much lube. So much lube.
Oh my God. And then we move on. We got the Bills versus the Texans. Now, this actually looks like a good game.
That's a tough game.
Let's take it away.
This is a tough one to call here. Houston doing it last week in the way they did it in dramatic fashion, man. Buffalo coming off of a bad loss. I like Houston at home. I like CJ Stroud to pick apart this Buffalo Bills defense. I think they're gonna continue to get that ground game going a little bit, and I just like this Houston Texans team. I think they're going to be a force in the AFC when it's all said and done. And I mean, I know Josh Allen's playing at a high level, but at the end of the day, I like Houston here, man. I think they win this one at home against Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills.
Okay. Hey, I should have same sentiment with you, Mac. Josh Allen and CJ Stroud are now the same quarterback. Like they both don't have a ring. CJ Stroud came out the gate, went to a playoff game, won one, couldn't get it done against the Ravens. Josh Allen can't get it done against the Chiefs. I don't know why people are so high on Buffalo in this game. Like Houston hasn't proven themselves. I mean, they're saying he's having a sophomore slump and he's 3-1. Come on, like I don't see a slump there. I just think, hey, like the guy's playing honest football and he's 3-1. Like, yeah, like I'm sorry, he's not 4-0. Like I don't see the Texans really having a bad, like they're not having a bad season. They're still doing good. They're playing at home. Stephon Diggs is balling out. Defense is balling out, man. DeMeco Ryans really has this like team just really, really ready to play, bro. And yeah, like they got a great running back system there. I don't see Buffalo beating this pass rush coming from Houston. I see Josh Allen's going to be in his back, 2 interceptions from him and a couple of sacks. Yeah, I definitely got Houston.
Yeah. No, I mean, I could see that. Although Josh Allen amazingly has no interceptions this year.
Yeah, that changes this week. It changes.
Yep. There you go.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go with the Bills. Sneak this out on the road. It's gonna be a close one. I feel like I could go either way, but I like what I'm seeing out of the not last week, right? But the first 2 games, I like what I was seeing out of the Bills. So yeah, I'm going to go with them in a bounce back game to get this one on the road, in like a field goal kind of game.
Okay.
It's a tough one. I'll go with Buffalo as of now to squeak out a win.
We got a lock. Okay.
But yeah, I'll go with that as of now. But do think this will be a good game, and it will come down to the wire. I feel like the experience goes in favor of the Bills. Now, this next one's a tough one for the opposite reason. Raiders versus Broncos.
Jeez, dead middle. Woo. Man, this is good football.
Woo.
Hey, at least it's still an early game. That way you can breeze right by it.
Well, I mean, okay, it hasn't been pretty for Bo Nix along his first month of his career, but he's got 2 wins, including one against Aaron Rodgers a week ago. I mean, sure, it was the ugliest stat line you ever want to see, but at the end of the day, he got the W. He got the W, and that's all that matters in this league. And at home, I think with the defense the Broncos are capable of playing, I think they can come out here at home against the division rival Raiders, man, and get the W, man. I like the Broncos, Bo Nix. I mean, showing slight improvements every week, but still got a long way to go, man. They can't all be like Jaden Daniels right now. So, but I like Bo Nix and the Broncos here.
Just because you a flight stewardess does not mean you could be a pilot. Okay. Bo Nix just happens to be on the team, but he did not get a win last week. That was all defense and a good kicker, but he did not get the win last week. Bo Nix just happens to be a Bronco, but he is not the Bronco. Okay. I wouldn't say that. You got to give it to the home field advantage in Denver. I mean, this is a division game, so I'm gonna give it to Denver solely based on they have less problems in their house. We're not hearing anything bad coming out of the house of Denver right now. Bo Nix is trying to get better. He's a rookie. I'm not saying this because I'm a Commanders fan. I'm just saying this because we got to be real. Not everybody can be Jaden Daniels. Not everybody can be CJ Stroud. Okay, like rookies are rookies for a reason. They need time to grow. Let's stop with this microwave society here. With that, Vegas is in shambles right now. Devontae Adams talk about he ain't hear no trade rumors. You got your head coach online like a post about him being traded. You know, like that just that just doesn't sit well with the with your teammates. People start to talk this and that. Like the hottest thing out of Vegas right now is gossip, and when that happens, I can't see winning in the future. I got to go with Denver.
Yeah, I mean that's the biggest thing for me because both these teams are hot trash. But I'm going to take the Broncos because now all you have is distractions for Devontae Adams, potentially leaving. They're at least talking about it, which all of that gets through the locker room. So yeah, I'm going to take Denver as somehow the better run team. Man.
Sean Payton doing something. I don't know what, but he trying. He trying. He got that Walmart money, so pockets are deep.
That's right.
Figure it out.
Hey, them checks cash.
Yeah.
I mean, more I think about it, being that it is in Denver and the air is in their favor, I don't know. I'll take them to get the win somehow. Next game, we got the 49ers and Cardinals.
Yeah. Oh, can I just answer this guy's question real quick, Augusto? If all he wants is one of those guys for Tyreek, I would absolutely just go ahead and take that trade right now, brother. So, yeah, I mean, you should just go ahead and do that. Pull the trigger, man. Pull the trigger. I know quarterback situation is kind of rough in Miami right now, but Tyreek Hill is still Tyreek Hill. And he's better than all of those guys that he wants, that he's willing to take off your hands. So, yeah, go ahead and do it, brother. It'll pay it off in the long run down the stretch when you go and try and win a championship. But 49ers, 49ers are going to win this football game. I just think the Cardinals, they've been competitive. Other than, last week they weren't very competitive, obviously, but they've been competitive throughout the rest of the season. But at the same time, I just think 49ers are just on a different level than this Cardinals team. I think they're gonna just run the ball. They saw what Washington did to them a week ago, and the 49ers are gonna give them a little bit of the same. The ground game. Brock Purdy is gonna, hit his targets, do what he does. And I think that 49er defense is gonna absolutely just smother the Arizona Cardinals, man. I'd like the 49ers here at home.
Yeah, Kyler Murray just looks disinterested. Hey, as a secretary, he just looks disinterested with football right now. I don't think he's used to losing like this. I think I hate that Marvin Harris Jr. is on the team because you want to see him succeed. You want to see Kyler succeed. It doesn't look like they have any relationship whatsoever. Like, I know we had that game a couple weeks ago with that amazing first half, but it didn't transcend through the game. It really was just a quarter of football. Like, they don't have a connection yet. They're trying to build one. But right now it looks like if that connection doesn't work, they're toast. And Connor got 100 yards on us last week. A lot of garbage time runs, but still a good runner. I think San Fran shuts that down, and then they double up on Marvin Harris Jr. And now what do they have? I don't know. So I think San Fran takes this. I think it's a get-right game for them, and I think the Cardinals are just going to get that deeper into the hole.
Yeah, no, I actually agree with you there. I think this was one where the Niners can kind of right the ship a little bit. They do still have injuries. Obviously, CMC is done for the foreseeable future. He has tendonitis in both Achilles tendons now.
Question, is this Todd Gurley 2.0? Like, is CMC just, like, are we going to see CMC again? Honestly, like, does anybody think we're going to see CMC again?
So you'll see him again because he's got some money coming to him. So they're at least going to try to put him on the field one more time. But, he's one of those guys that he was injury prone when he was in Carolina, right? And so, yeah, he had a really healthy year with San Fran, but that was sort of the outlier. It's kind of like Tua, right? Like he was injured his whole career, even in college. Last year was his outlier year where he wasn't hurt. So do I think we see him again? Sure. Is he going to be as impactful as he was? Probably not. That being said, you know, the kid they had behind him, with second-year guy, it has shown up to be decent, right? Like it's not like he's amazing, but he can do the job. And then Arizona, you know, this feels like if they lose this game, which I think they will, Call of Duty drops like the 25th, right? So then Arizona's done for the year. So, you know, Kyler Murray will be playing video games instead of doing anything else. So I'm going to go San Fran here.
I mean, I got to go same here with the Niners. The Cardinals, I just don't see it. I think I even have a buddy at work who's a Cardinals fan. He thinks that as the season goes along, they'll win more games and put up a decent record late in garbage time. But as of right now, you got another bad game from them against the Niners, who are still a solid team because at least they got Kittle back. And Debo, he may or may not be back, but you still have a solid team around you. And that should be enough to beat the Cardinals. And Kyle Shanahan's one of those coaches that knows how to get the run game going with anyone, just like his dad did in Denver.
Yep.
So I think they should at least get this dub here. And then you got the Packers and Rams.
This is easy.
Yeah, I mean, I got to go Green Bay here for sure. The Rams are a disappointment for me. I know they've been dealing with some serious injuries. I mean, losing their top two receivers and all, but I thought this team was going to be way more competitive than they've been, man. They've been a disappointment for me. Green Bay, I think Jordan Love's going to have a big, big day. I would definitely say all in on Jordan Love this week against this Rams defense. I think he's going to absolutely destroy them, tear them apart, man. So I like Green Bay here.
Right.
Yeah. I feel like again, like you just hate to see McVay in this situation, but I feel like they brought a Super Bowl. I mean, we all feel like that. We feel like they brought a Super Bowl. They purchased Super Bowl. They got what they paid for, and that was it. Like, it wasn't a sustainable team. It was a great team that they purchased, and that was that. Like, I think we need to stop looking at the Rams as a powerhouse. I don't think they are one. None of those people there. To me, none of those people on that winning team are there anymore. Odell's gone. Donald's gone. Ramsey. Like, it's just not what it was. Like, and we need to stop looking to them for the wins. I think they're back to their lows, and Green Bay is transcending. Love is getting better. Got to go with Green Bay.
Yeah, I have Green Bay here too. I mean, when you have to, when your number one receiving target is your third receiver, bad things happen. And, you know, you got Puka Nacua out, you got Kupp out. It's going to be a long night for Stafford. So I'm going to go with Green Bay here.
Yeah, it definitely got. I mean, like I said, Love, we saw last week, it took him some time to get back into the rhythm to shake off the rust, but he nearly pulled off the comeback. I think now you go against the Rams, a team there on the downswing. Good opportunity for Love to have a good game, get his confidence rolling again, and get the Packers above 500, because the Rams, they're just not that team anymore. Not this year. And Stafford, hey, he's kind of past his expiration date.
I mean, to be fair, no quarterbacks look good without receivers.
I mean, yes, but I just don't.
What?
I mean, with the Rams, yeah, definitely them for sure. Stafford kind of, but moving along, we got Seahawks, Giants. I know some of you guys got to get rolling early, so
yep,
trying to keep this thing going.
Wish we were picking this game, and I knew whether Malik Neighbors is going to clear a concussion protocol, because right now he's still not didn't practice today, so have to wait and see how things go tomorrow. See, look, the way this season's been going so far, man. I just this is a game where originally I always picked the Giants to win. I picked this to be the Giants' first win, actually, way back in May when we were breaking down the schedule. I picked the Giants to come into this game 0-4 and then somehow get a fluke win out in Seattle, just because that's the kind of stuff the Giants do occasionally. And I'm just going to stick with it just for now, for no other real reason other than that's what I said originally, and I'm just going to stick with it. So I just think, and because I'm not going to be able to see the game on Sunday, and that's another reason why they'll probably play their best football when I'm not able to watch, because that's just what this team's doing to me over the years. They've just been torturing me for so many years now that they'll play a really good game when I can't even see them play. So, yeah, I just go with the Giants just for no other reason than what I said. Makes no sense whatsoever, but I'm just going to stick with it.
Going for the homer pick. I like it.
Okay, and I'll take the Seahawks in this one. They're a much better team than the Giants.
Oh, you're muted, Thomas.
Yeah, you're muted, man.
You're muted,
you don't
Thomas.
need to do much evaluation on this one as to why they're the better team. Seahawks, even with the Lions game, they still put up a fight, and they're still 3-1. Giants are.
You're muted again.
They need.
Yeah, you're muted again, man.
Oh, I was muted, just like the Giants have been muted since Saquon left. Ain't nothing happening there, okay? Ain't nothing happening since Saquon left out of New York, bro. Okay. It's been absolute. I mean, truly, I don't know how your GM is not in the middle of the Meadowlands underneath 3 feet of water. I don't know how he's still alive. I don't know how your GM's still alive. The worst decision I've ever seen in the modern NFL, bro. I mean, honestly, you trade him in the division, he balls out. The Giants just
I don't know. They had to pay for Daniel Jones,
yeah, I forgot. $45 million, right? So golly, okay.
Paid the wrong guy.
Got you. You got to pay that Super Bowl winning quarterback, right? Got you.
Obviously, I have the Seahawks too.
Yeah. and the Sunday night game, Steelers Cowboys. This might be interesting.
No,
I got Pittsburgh here.
Yeah,
I got Pittsburgh here. I'm just not believing what I'm. The Cowboys right now, man. They're a mess on defense. I mean, the Giants realistically should have got them on Thursday night. I mean, the Giants gift wrapped that game for the Cowboys.
Yeah,
and I mean, just with just even a slightly better quarterback, the Giants probably would have won that game. Or if they could have just even ran the football a little bit against that terrible run defense. But I think the Steelers will run the football right down the Cowboys' throat. I think Justin Fields could actually, do some damage on the ground. And I think the Cowboys take another L here. I mean, a lot of injuries coming out from that Thursday night game. I think they're going to be without DeMarco Lawrence and without Michael Parsons. That's a lot to lose on that side of the football, man. And I know they can throw the ball all over the yard. CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott, man, they got a great connection. But I just think Steelers defense is gonna get after Dak, force some bad throws, force some mistakes, and I think they just, like I said, I think the Steelers just run the ball right down their throat, man. Look for Najee Harris to potentially have a really big night, man. I like the Steelers here.
Yeah, I mean, Mike Tomlin has the soul of a single mother with 3 kids. He just somehow gets it done with nothing. And you're just like, kudos to that man. Because I'm just like, bro, you have had no quarterback for like 3 or 4 years, man. And yet you still find a way to at least at a minimum go 500. You gotta give it to him, bro. Like you gotta give it to him, bro. He's got to go down as top 10 coaches of all time. And with that, I just don't trust McCarthy, man. He has everything there. He has a decent quarterback. I'm not saying Dak's great, but I'm not going to sit here and say that Dak's a slouch. They have a decent O-line. It wasn't the O-line of 3 or 4 years ago when they were able to put up 400 yards of total offense in almost any given week. They have a decent O-line to be able to do that. I mean, they have top 5 receivers. They have decent running back. I mean, Micah Parsons, I think that's actually going to be the most effective here. I think Micah Parsons streaming is actually going to start becoming a conversation because we see him during the week and then we don't see him in games. And I think we're going to have the first kind of NIL issue in the NFL with this right here because I just saw him on the stream a couple of days ago and now he's saying he's not playing. Make it make sense. But yeah, anyway, I got Pittsburgh here. They're at home, terrible towels up. They're going to get it done. I don't know how. Don't ask me what the score is. This score could be 58-57. It could be 3-0. I'm not sure what it's going to be. I just know that they're going to win somehow, and that's all I'm going with.
Yeah, I'm with you there. This is such a weird game. I'm going to go with Dallas wins, but just because I don't trust the fact that you can keep winning games as the Steelers with no offense at all. Eventually that comes up and gets you. I'm going to go with Dallas finds a way here. But to your point, it's going to be this weird, like there's going to be a lot of points or there's going to be nothing. Like it's just going to be, it's going to be weird. Now, at the same time, I hope you're right because if Dallas continues to lose, man, the storylines are fantastic.
Oh man. Honestly, I think we're seeing the end of Jerry Jones. It is not pretty. Now, I know he's not going to sell the team, but I think in terms of like football operations day to day, I think we're seeing the end of Jerry Jones. Just a video that came out talking about the dick sizes and not signing Derrick Henry or pennies on the, it's just like it's a lot of like senile dementia stuff coming out from this guy. I mean, for goodness sakes, he's landing on the practice field now. Like Jesus, bro. Like what's going on, bro? But I have no faith.
And for this one, I'll kick the Steelers in this one. I mean,
let's go.
Just because they have something, at least. I mean, Justin Fields did do decent last week. I mean, maybe that continues, but the Cowboys, I'm not impressed with them.
They're great in fantasy.
Yeah, fantasy football, I'm sure they are, but in reality, they're just mediocre. Yep, Flavor Flav said it. Don't believe the hype. And now we got the Monday night one. Kansas City Chiefs, New Orleans Saints.
I'm gonna just make it short and sweet, man. One team's got Patrick Mahomes and one team doesn't, man. Kansas City Chiefs all day long, bro.
Why they not treating him like Brady? Like, I really have a question about that. Like, why do they think that they won't continue to win? What has this man done but win? What has Kansas City done but win? Like, they have a quarterback who can get it done. Earlier, somebody made a comment saying, like, you can't win without receivers. And I say bullshit, because that's what they about to do. That's what they about to do. They about to win without receivers, bro. Like, Mahomes
No. What I said is you can't win without offense.
Like, okay. So I'm about to say, like, this man, he's gonna take Jake from State Farm, and he gonna somehow take your mailman, get your mailman on the go route, hit him over the top, right in the basket for a touchdown. This man finds ways to win, and you can't bet against him. We are looking at the new Belichick and Brady. I would rather bet with them than against them. You're gonna lose money if you keep trying to bet against them. They got to lose eventually. I just don't see it as this week. I got the Chiefs.
Yeah, no, I do too. There's no way, Kelsey doesn't end up with a touchdown at some point, right? Somehow he hasn't caught one yet this year. This seems like this is probably that opportunity. KC's at home. I have them winning.
Yeah, in this case, Kansas City, they're defending Super Bowl champs. They're still rolling. They're out to win more games. Doesn't matter if you have the popcorn vendor in the 20th row, Travis Kelce, whoever. Kansas City's going to find ways to win. Give me them. Saints have come crashing down to reality.